Okay, let's dive right in. We all know AI is changing the cybersecurity game, right? Attacks are getting smarter, faster, and way more personal. But what about our defense? Today, we're going to talk about how to transform our biggest wildcard, the human element, from a potential weak spot into our absolute strongest asset, all through security training that's actually built for this new AI era. And just so you know where we're coming from, this is part 14 of a much bigger 15-part overview. All this info is based on a really comprehensive tutorial about cybersecurity in the age of AI from Virtualization Options LLC. Today, we are zeroing in on chapter 14, which is all about building a security-conscious culture. So let's be real. How many of us have sat through one of those annual security trainings and thought this exact thing? You know the one. It's boring, it happens once a year, and it feels completely disconnected from your actual job. Well, it turns out that feeling isn't just you being cynical, it's a huge symptom of a much, much bigger problem. The core issue, really, is that these old ways of training are completely outmatched by the threats we're facing now. They were designed for a different world, and honestly, in the age of AI-powered attacks, they're just not cutting it anymore. This slide just lays it all out so clearly. On one side, you've got the old way, training that's annual, one size fits all, and really just focused on checking a compliance box. But on the other side, you've got AI-era threats. They're constant, they're super personalized, and they are laser-focused on our behaviors, not just our ability to pass some silly quiz. It's a fundamental mismatch. And this, right here, is the fallout from that mismatch. The training isn't relevant to what we do every day, so of course we don't engage with it. And because it's just a one-and-done event, nothing gets reinforced, which means, and this is the most important part, it never leads to the one thing that actually matters: real, lasting change in our security habits. So how do we fix this whole mess? Well, the first pillar of a modern security program is all about making the training personally relevant. It has to feel like it was made specifically for you and your role in the company. And this is the core idea. Instead of just blasting everyone with the same generic content, modern platforms actually use data to figure out your specific risk profile. What's your job? What systems do you have access to? Have you maybe clicked on a phishing link in the past? The training content is then perfectly tailored to address your biggest vulnerabilities. And here are some fantastic real-world examples. An executive, they're a prime target for high-stakes wire fraud, so their training's all about that. A developer, they need to know about secure coding to stop supply chain attacks. And the HR team, who deals with tons of sensitive applicant data, they get trained on phishing that targets those specific systems. See, this is training that actually respects your time and your intelligence. But personalized knowledge is only half the battle. Knowing something isn't the same as doing something under pressure. And that brings us to our second pillar. We have to move from just passive learning to active, hands-on learning that feels exactly like a real-world threat. I absolutely love this quote because it completely flips the script on things like phishing tests. This isn't about trying to shame people or play gotcha to see who messes up. It's about creating a safe space to fail, to learn from a super realistic simulation so that you don't fail when a real attack comes along. It's all about empowerment. And here's what that empowerment cycle actually looks like. You get a really convincing phishing email, maybe even one generated by the same kind of AI the bad guys are using. If you happen to click on it, you don't get a slap on the wrist. Nope. Instead, you get immediate, private feedback that shows you exactly what red flags you missed. It's a teachable moment, not a punishment. Okay, so now we've got relevant training and realistic practice. But security isn't a final exam you study for once. It's a habit you build over time. So the third pillar is all about making sure that security awareness is a continuous, everyday part of the company's culture. The magic word here is microlearning. Instead of one massive hour-long training session that you forget by the next day, we deliver little bits of security knowledge in small, frequent, and super digestible pieces that actually fit into your normal workday. And we're not talking about another boring email. We're talking about meeting people where they already are. A quick, helpful tip from a Slack bot, a 2-minute video about a new scam that's going around, even just a simple reminder on a digital screen in the break room. It keeps security top of mind without ever being annoying or disruptive. And to really make it all stick, you make it engaging, maybe even fun, by adding little elements of gamification, like getting points for reporting a real phishing email, or having some friendly competition between departments on a leaderboard. You tap into our natural desire to compete and achieve. It actually makes security feel rewarding. So, we've gone and built this amazing new training program. It's relevant, it's continuous, it's engaging. But how in the world do we know if it's actually working? This is where we shift our focus from just doing the training to proving its effectiveness with cold, hard data. This is a huge, fundamental change in how we measure success. Forget about things like completion rates or pass-fail scores. Those are just compliance metrics. The new metrics track what people actually do. Is our phishing click rate going down over time? Are people reporting suspicious emails faster? Are more employees turning on multi-factor authentication? That's what tells you if you're actually reducing risk.
This slide breaks it down even further, and this is a really key distinction. You track leading indicators, things like the click rate on your simulations, which help predict future success. And you also track lagging indicators, like the actual number of real incidents, which prove past success. Using both gives you the full 360-degree view of how you're doing.
And this quote just perfectly sums up the entire philosophy. We are not here to check a box for some auditor. We are here to fundamentally change human behavior in a way that measurably, provably makes the entire organization safer. That is the only goal that matters. You see, when you put all of these pieces together, the relevance, the simulation, the constant reinforcement, and the real measurement, something pretty powerful starts to happen. Your employees stop being seen as the weakest link or a potential vulnerability. They become your first line of defense. They become an active network of human sensors that make all of your expensive technical controls even stronger. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Take a look at how your own organization handles security training. Is it designed just to check a box and treat you like a problem that needs to be managed? Or is it truly designed to empower you with the knowledge and the skills to be an active, confident defender? Because in the age of AI, the difference between those two approaches is everything.